moving on to better days. Positivity. It's a vibe. You need to get it. Sincerely, it's a brand new day. Welcome on board to the morning show. Good morning, Abuja. On NTH and 5, the Unity Station. I'm so excited to be on your screen this morning. I believe you had a wonderful night rest. Up and grateful. We have to keep being grateful. I keep saying release the failure of yesterday and move on with energy and positivity, trusting that this day will come out very well. My name is Uloma Ibe and I'm delighted to be on your screen. Welcome on board. As always, Good Morning Abuja is the best way to start your day because we have lots of things for you. There's conversation, there's entertainment, a touch of lifestyle, and so much more. But we are beginning with motivation. We all need to be motivated. Yes, sometimes you say, well, if not for that motivation, I wouldn't have taken that step. Yes, you're correct. So we have motivation coming through now. When we come back, the show continues. Let's go and see this motivation together.
Hi and good morning. My name is Mia Baka, and as usual, I'm here to share with you some tips to ensure that you live your life to the fullest. I'm going to be sharing with us briefly this morning on the need for a mid-year review session. A man called Peter Drucker said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." I want to believe at the beginning of the year, you had specific things you wanted to achieve, things you had outlined to be able to accomplish in course of the year, people you wanted to meet, maybe places you wanted to travel to, and all of that. So can we get those? If you had a notebook at the beginning of the year, let's get it down and let's begin to do a review. Let's look at, fine and good, we had some plans. Look at the plans again. How far did you fare, right? Let's do an analysis and let's review how much progress you made. In what areas did you have good inroads? What other areas were there delays? What areas did you not accomplish as much? When you do a review, it helps you do a very critical assessment of your progress so far. And then from those same goals, I want you to pick out a few more things that were not accomplished, write them out afresh again. You might have some you had accomplished, tick off those ones. And then say, are there one or two you might want to add to so that you have a clear focus for the remaining months from after July, August, September, October, November, December. It helps to give you clarity. It helps you spur you on. It helps you to analyze areas you didn't do so well. And also might show you areas where you might need help to make better progress.
Okay, you've heard, it's important we implement. We have a lot of things on our archives, but do we implement? Like I was talking to a friend, I was like, when was the last time you checked your notes, the notes you take down whenever you go to church or you're in the mosque, the information, the preaching, the teachings, do you go back to them? It's the same thing as the motivation. You've heard a lot. Have you implemented them? It's something huge and we need to keep implementing. It is time for us to go do our exercise. The other time I shared the story with you of how I saw 70 years old plus an elderly woman jogging on the street very early when I was coming to work. I was quite motivated that wow, at her age she wants to still be fit. So it is time for exercise, ladies and gentlemen. Be in the exercise mode. Let's go and do exercise together. Keeping fit is very important.
All right, we're gonna start the second group of exercises, same format.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna start with a standing knee to elbow, touch, 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 crunching across the body.
Yep, we're doing the same thing, just slowing it down a little bit, focusing on form and driving up that knee.
5 seconds, 4, knee to elbow, and go. Big cross.
Good, so keep your core tight. Good. Good job.
All right, next we're gonna go into burpees. Everybody's favorite. Go.
All right, if you're following me, we're gonna reach up at the top, step our feet back at the bottom, and walk our feet back in. Good.
All right, next we're going to mountain climbers. And go.
All right, if you're following me, we're slowing down the climber a little, focusing on driving our knees each rep.
Next, we're gonna go into toe tap, same position, tapping the hand to the toe. And
Right.
go.
And if you're following me, we're just gonna tap our knees.
Yep.
Great job, guys. We're almost done with that first set. Push yourself.
Last exercise, plank with the toe.
All right, welcome back from that exercise. Were you participating or did you participate in the exercise? Of course, you know I can't participate. I usually do mine in the evenings. It's still good one in Abuja on NTH Channel 5. We are encouraging you to keep fit by exercising, all right, every morning. Whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's important you keep doing it. It's a beautiful thing to do. All right, we want to take our first break on the show. When we come back, we'll be meeting our guests. We have an interesting conversation this morning. I told you, Good Morning Abuja is a full package for you. You don't want to miss it. Clock it here. We'll come back shortly.
Say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host the most, Omoide with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olanposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Hey, you're welcome to another wonderful episode of the #1 program for women by the women daily life.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school, and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
For the women, we are, let us talk from our own part of the world. You are a woman, there is so much expectation.
So it's on that very lovely and light note, I want to thank you for being with us today. And tune in same time, same station next week on your #1 station, NTH Channel 5 of Abuja. Today is Tuesday, the time is 7:30.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
We celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The
latest station, NTH Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
Okay, so you're still watching the Good Morning Abuja on NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station. It's a beautiful week, the week that is leading to Saint Valentine. I mean, I hope you're prepared because this Saturday, this weekend, it's Valentine and everyone is ready to receive gifts. Gifts of love, time, sharing, and lots more. And I hope the women are not ready to buy boxers, inner wears for the men because this complaint has been ongoing. I am Uloma Ibe. We're about to have an interesting conversation. We want to talk about the youth participation in politics. Is there progress or setback? To talk about this with me, we have a public affairs analyst, a commentator. He likes politics, he talks politics. His name is Hassan Sardona, and he's here with me this morning. We want to hear from him. Is there progress? Is there setback? And how is it going? Good morning, sir.
Oluma.
Uloma.
And entire crew of our NTA. Good morning and thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We are happy to have you this morning.
Once again, thank you.
All right, so let's talk about the youth participation. I mean, in politics, it's a conversation ongoing. Many people feel, well, they are not participating. Some feel they are not participating willingly from their hearts. Let's talk about it. How has it been?
If someone will just tell you that youth in Nigeria are not participating willingly in Nigerian politics, it's either he is telling you a hearsay or he's dreaming. Because the number of people or youth that we are seeing in the politics participation nowadays, it is beyond your thinking.
Oh, really?
Because, yes, there is reward in politics. And they have been rewarded, or they are always being rewarded.
When you say reward, what kind of reward are you referring to?
They are enjoying political offices, whereby they participate and contribute in the growing of the nation, developing of the nation, making the nation very proud, useful and youth and useful. And that is the most important thing to consider.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, aside controlling these offices.
Yes.
You've not answered that part of the question.
That
willingly. Some people believe there is more to that participation.
Please stop thinking of there is more to that.
I'm not thinking. We are having a conversation.
If people are talking about there is more to that, thinking that they are giving them money before they join the politics or they participate, the youths are very enlightened. They have gone to schools. Some are having a first degree, second degree, even third degree. Some are even professors, young ones.
Okay.
You are there, you can see them participating. If I told you this, you will believe. One of the aspirants, even in these next February elections, I saw one having PhD. He's a doctor by career. The last candidate of APC in 2022, he's a doctorate degree holder. So if you said they don't know what to do, then you are deceiving yourself. But by virtue of what they are seeing, they know the only way to contribute immensely helps out their society and community, maybe a country at large, is by participation in the politics. And this has given them an edge over anything in this time around. When you go through it, you will see a lot of participation in the youth. And they are not doing it just because, no, there is stipends or anything, such like giving money or whatever. If you are giving them money, how much will you going to give them for them to participate? They are participating, and some were made to be board members, some were made to head an agency, some were made to be ministers. I can mention many that you know. You count them many, executive directors, they are there. You go to special assistants, special advisors. I can mention many that you know. So if you said that they were maybe not participating willingly, what have offered them to get that position if they are not participating willingly? Some are even doing their heart-earned business and take that money to put in participation in order to see the party that they are supporting have gained momentum at the end of the day.
Interesting. Now let's talk about this participation. How exactly do you measure it? Is it by numbers, impact, influence? How do you measure this participation? I want to know more on that.
Okay. eBay. You must understand that.
Uloma.
Uloma Ibe.
Yes.
You must understand that when you want to measure, not everybody must be a politician. There are some that have earned offices in the appointment through technocrat. They are technocrat, they can contribute.
True.
Let me give you an example. One of the young men that is a commissioner, we call them mandate secretary in FCT, the mandate secretary on area council. He is an indigent and he's a young man. He is a computer scientist, a very wonderful guru in that aspect. But he participates knowing fully. Then they gave him a position to contribute his own quota. And ideally, when you see him doing what he's doing, he is participating very well. When you go to Kano, we have one young man, Honorable Jaoji. He is one of the city director of Renew Hope in Kano State.
Okay.
He's doing very well. And when you look at it, by measuring, he is a politician in inception. Unlike this one that is a computer guru, a scientist. And for that reason, that is skills. And you are giving him a lot of job toward his talents, where he will participate and contribute immensely to the growing of Nigeria. So in this situation, some are into businesses, but they only comes when in terms of politicking, and they will do it. And at the end of the day, you see them. Some of these young men are earning contracts, maybe in software and whatever, and that's what they read. There is one young man again in this FCT. I know him. He read software engineering in China, and now he's one of the good engineers we are having. And he is doing very well in the politics here in FCT. So when we are talking, we have to understand that no, must everybody be a politician? We realize that the language in politics is saying that every animal is a political animal. But what we are talking about is when you are participating, you look of who get what, when, and how. And in getting those things, you must not be a minister. You must not be a chairman. You must not be that. You contributed maybe when you are as a businessman. And in terms of your business, maybe after the one election, there is a way they contribute to your business so that you will continue participating and helping others, those who are under you and your cares. And that is what it means when you are measuring politically things in youth involvement in the politics.
Interesting. So from data and policy participation, has the youth participation improved since the recent electoral reforms and youth legislation?
When you are talking about how progressive and how it is growing, it is very, very excellent. And I can assure you that.
Now, talk to us about the Not Too Young to Run bill. How is it faring? What would you say has changed since the enactment of that law or since the commencement of Not Too Young to Run?
The youngest member in the National Assembly is Honorable Dogo Yaro.
How old is he?
He is just not more than 30. And you can see the son of former governor of Kaduna State, Bashir El-Rufai. He's also a member there. And in Kwara State, the most youngest House of Assembly is also there. Who is that person? She's a lady even. She just finished her university and engaged in politics. And she won the election. And when you go to Kano, the youngest House of Rep member is representing Wudil Garko. He is here in the National Assembly. I'm just telling you something that they vie and win the election. The last governor of, what do we call it, Kogi State, is a very young man. You know him very well. Alaji Haya Bello. When people like Oji Uzo Kalu became a governor, they are at their 40s, early. And the same former governor of Zamfara State, Senator Abdul Aziz Yari. When you go to the first year of the politics, 99, the first governor of, what do we call it, Jigawa State, Ibrahim Saminu Turaki, was also in his early 40. He was 40 or 41, if I could remember vividly. So coming up now, you can see a lot of them advance, separate across the length and breadth of the ministries, the organizations, where either be a chairman, a House of Assembly member, a House of Reps senator, a governor. All of them, they are there. Even Adamu Garba was able to contest with Muhammadu Buhari then in the same party as a president, but the young man came out and contested. Yes, so it is a freedom that one needs a right of to exercise his right, and they are allowed to participate. A lot of them I can mention, and you know that very well.
Interesting.
Even the deputy central bank governor, she's a lady like you. You know her?
Yes, I
Can't you tell me that they are not participating?
Well, we have more on this conversation, sincerely, but we want to call for a break now. I want to take a break. When we come back, I'll be asking you many questions, more questions.
Us to say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host, the most Almighty with Terese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olaniposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? You are ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
They know my story.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike.
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for the girl to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
You're welcome to another wonderful episode of the #1 program for women by the women daily life.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school, and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
And for the women, you know, we are, let us talk from our own part of the world. You are a woman, there is so much expectation.
So it's another very lovely and lively. I want to say thank you for being with us. And tune in same time, same station next week on your #1 station, Channel 5 of Abuja. Today is Tuesday, the time is 7:30.
Welcome back from that break. We're still doing this Good Morning Abuja thing on NTA Channel 5, and we are talking politics. We want to know, and we are ready to learn and also know how much the youth are participating. My guest is a political analyst, and he is doing justice to that. I asked a question before we went on that break, sir. What would you say concerning that?
Thank you very much. About 10 senators contested, governors contested last time, 2023. I think it was only 3 or 4 of them have won election. So the others have lost.
I like the fact that you're mentioning these names.
Yes. So in this situation, I want to take you back again. When you go to Kano State, the young man that I'm talking about, what does he have? He has nothing. He has nothing. But the boy, he won an election. He is just around 30, 32 now. When you go to a guy, Ajingi and Albasu, the young man is just a PhD holder. He's a son of nobody. He's representing there. When we come back to other places, a young lady that have just graduated, a daughter of nobody, she went on campaigning and winning the election. Somebody who is selling recharge cards at by the roadside, won and defeated a sitting speaker of Yobe State.
Interesting.
Yes.
That is
so
what Nigerians
if you are
want to
talking,
hear.
if you are talking about participation, politics has given an opportunity for a nobody's son to be a someone, for a somebody's son to fail and watch from the side. It is all about how do you communicate. It's all about how do you associate. It's all about what is your intentions. What have you presented to them? Have you done anything good? If your father has been an opportunity to be in the leadership, how well has he done before? If he has not done well, many have lost. And you cannot blame the citizens. I want to tell you, one of the House of Reps, the most longest serving House of Reps from Niger State, representing Kontagora Rijau, he's a son of nobody, Honorable Maisola. He's now for about 16 years because he's doing very well. The honorable member representing BU, what do you call it, BU in Borno State, Honorable Betara, he's one of the strongest members. He's coming for the 5th time now. He is doing very well. If you continue mentioning these names, Oluma, the list will not end. And I'm telling you that this has given the youth an opportunity, their youthfulness, to be useful to Nigeria and the world entirely.
Sincerely, I like the fact that you're mentioning these names, and many Nigerians want to hear. Now, let's talk about the role of money in limiting youth participation. Do you think money has the power to limit them, despite that they have what it takes to lend their voices? Can money limit them?
Okay, let me tell you something. You must know this first before talking about money. The contribution of money in any election is only not more than 20%.
Not more than 20%.
To anybody, go to any bank and cash your last kobo. 20% is what contributes, not more than that contribution of money in a politics. When we are talking about Nigeria, the last election was conducted in Nigeria under what we call cashless policy. And you know about that. Some people even die in the banks. Some women lost their life during delivering in hospital because there was no cash. Money have not been contributing toward what people are expecting. This youth that we are talking about, do you think they have given money to win those elections that we are talking about?
No, the aspect I'm coming in
yes, limiting.
If they don't have money, so compared to the previous generation, are today's youth more strategic politically? Will you say more, your generation? I won't say your generation, you're relatively a young person.
Yes.
So, previous generation to this very generation, would you say this generation, this youth generation, are more strategic in politics?
No, every time youth have been participating, and more strategic. When we were given independence in 1960, the new first leadership of democracy, they are youth. People like the late Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, then the Prime Minister of Nigeria, the late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, all those type of people that we are talking about, they were in their early 30s or late 40s when they became what they are. When you come even into the military, the first person that overthrew the government then, Agui Ironsi, was his 41. And the next person that took over from him, Gawan, was 29. So when you come to Murtala, he was 38. When you came to Obasanjo, he was 32. All until now, when maybe those people have grown and became all and they joined politics. Because now we are having, for the first time, a stable democracy since 1999. There was never a time when we had more than 5 years with democracy, a part of the First Republic. So in this situation now, when you look at the youth now, their participation, they are very, very good in strategy and participating at high level. When I mention a ministry like communication, the last government brought an energetic young man, Professor Ali Pantami. The same government today brought an energetic minister who is doing well, who goes to a lot of things. Look at the Minister of Interior. what is his name? Who has been going?
The current minister.
A current minister of Interior, who came and found met about over 240 passports that were not attended within a month. He cleared those. Yes, and then look at just recently he was in the immigration office at the headquarters there, talking to them that why so is happening. If for any reason I heard there is change of this and that, I don't want to mention them. Okay. It's a sign of youth is doing very well.
Let's talk about women now.
Yeah.
The young women, are they equally given this opportunity, or are they facing double barrier for being a woman and also being a youth?
You see, when you are talking like this, as somebody like Beta Edo have never become a minister, or this lady that come from Kwara, last minister of sport, has never become a minister, or a lot of young people that I just mentioned.
Only two, but you've mentioned
the CBN governor, the deputy CBN governor, as if she's not a youth. Or if you are talking about what do we call it, the PENCOM, as if she's not a youth. You can mention as many as you think of, but the most important thing, we are talking about a percentage of 35%, which women today, I believe the first lady is very concerned with that, and you can see them participating from every angle. And the most important thing, even the so-called countries that claim that they are more democratic than anybody, there is this what do you call it, sense of feeling women are not carried along. But what we are doing, or what is happening today in Nigeria, women are participating a lot, and we believe they are giving the best in their quotas.
Okay, so let's talk about the youths being given a role when we have in the political party now. We have the elderly, the more mature, and the youths. Have there been a reason for an elderly person to step aside for the youths to take that position? Let's talk about giving the youths more opportunity in the political party, apart from them participating generally.
Oluma, you know this better than me.
I don't know.
But I believe that as maybe a student of mass communication or whatever you read, I believe you know some theories. Politics is not given. Leadership is not given. It's taken. And the youth are taking it.
They are taking it.
Yes, not even slow and steady. No, very fast. Beyond your expectation. Beyond your expectation. You can see when a Renew Hope has been, what do we call it?
The Renew Hope agenda?
That has been just, their leadership has been put in place recently under the leadership of Hope Ozodima, Governor Hope Ozodima. Have you seen that there is a City Boy Renew Hope that has just been launched too? And all the state are taking over, to tell you that whenever the elites step ahead of them, they are coming. Okay. They are very, what do you call it?
They have
they are on alert to take over. The opportunities will never be unequal, but they are being given their opportunities within their due opportunity within their ranks. Okay. So in this situation, the youth are doing as much as they can to take over where they're supposed to be.
We'll need to talk about this, the setback thing now. Do you think it has been a setback or progress?
For the youth?
Yes.
It's a progress. Whenever we are sleeping and are working, every day we are increasing progress. And anything that we are doing, talk less of even politics. So for that reason, if you go and make your calculation, you realize that about 53% to 60%, 65% are youth. Because 53% is 18 years to 35. And then when you are talking about from 35 to 55,
youths
have the remaining percentage that covered 70% of the total Nigerian electorate and the population.
Let's talk about the culture. The youth, are they changing the political culture, or are they being absorbed by the old system? as they are coming up, they are energetic. Are they changing the political culture? Would they be allowed to change the political culture, or must they follow the routine?
I don't know what culture you are talking about, but the culture I know about politics is that who get what, how, when, and it is there right from the onset, and today that is how it works. Secondly, politics is about not who do what he want, how he want, and when he want. When you do these things, that what we want, how you want, and when you want, Oluma, you will end up without achieving the goals. But most of the youth that are participating, out of 100%, about 60 at least knows where they are heading to. So they have a goals. They need to achieve something. And since they need to achieve something, there is a lot of progress. And this progress, you need to say it by reality. It is just an egalitarianism. It shows, it opens. Nobody is denying that there is progress, and it is showing day in, day out. And for that reason, I'm happy for the youth. When you are talking about change or of culture in the politics, it's not about change, but it's bringing more progress, development into the archives of politics, and then you will see people thinking it is a change. It is not a change. When you have a young men that are thinking how to create or invent a drone, or young men who are thinking of how to invent solar panels and other energy, it's all those type of a new way of learning, e-learning in the universities, secondaries and whatever, talking about putting CCTVs, cameras across the length and breadth of the state and whatever, youth are doing that. Then they are changing the perspective, not culture. They are just making things to look more digital, going along with the global
As we try to wrap up this conversation,
yes,
and we'll have a few minutes left.
Yeah.
Now, some people argue that the youth, some youths, they prefer protest rather than real participation. Do you think protest is a form of engagement or participation in politics?
I try to stop those type of youths that are talking about protest. There is never a protest that produce a positive result in the global world. The last revolution we call revolution that produced something on the table is the Iran Revolution 1979. They are the ones now that they are good in agriculture, good in technological know-how, scientific and whatever. But still, with the whole sanction, they are surviving those sanctions. But any other country that we are talking about, look at what had just recently happened 2 years back or last year at Kenya. A lot of people who are killed and whatever. What have changed? Nothing have changed. What we are doing, let us have a way of sensitizing ourselves. The youth should understand that no amount of intimidation or money given to them will make them to bow from facing the reality and bringing a very productive and successful government into the leadership. But if they allow themselves to be carried away by worldly things, that yes, I just want to make money overnight. That is why we are having the Yahoo boys, we are having the cultism, we are having all these things. Insecurity that we are seeing across the land and breadth of Nigeria, and because of just feeling that I want to make early money. And when somebody is at his 19, he is not even a university student, you will see them. He is doing something beyond his living capacity. If you are here as an NTA staff, if you see you spending spree, then you start thinking, oh, you have a farm at home? Maybe that is why you are getting the money, because your salary is not different from the other staff. Why are you getting more money? Or maybe your husband is doing well, or you are from the son or daughter of a rich man. We can understand that. But if it is your salary, if you are spending it within your earn, it will look very different. But most of the Nigerian citizens, especially the youth, I call their attention. Let them have patriotism toward Nigeria. We don't have any country rather than Nigeria. Let us put all our hands on deck to make sure that we have salvaged Nigeria from where it is coming to a very successful and a country that one can proud of even after our demise. The joy of a dying father is the presence of his successor.
If you have 30 seconds, sir, to
Yes.
sum up this conversation.
Yeah.
youth participation in politics, progress or setback, as we say our bias.
Yeah. The youth participation, a progress or a setback is a progress. And a lot have been happening. And I have already said them here. If someone can review what we have said, you will understand it's a progress for each and every of us. Even you, politics is doing very well for you and me and anyone here.
I'm not a politician.
No, you did not to call yourself a politician. But any animal is a politician. That's what the political scientists define politics.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having
on the
me.
show this morning. I enjoyed this conversation, and I like the explanation, the examples, the names you mentioned, and for everyone watching, they've seen, they've heard that the youth participation in politics is a progress, not a setback.
100%.
Well, thank you for coming on the show once again. So you've heard the explanation, and he has finalized by saying that youth participation in politics is a progress and not a setback. Well, I want to take a breather. When we come back, Good Morning Abuja returns on your screen. Please clock it here.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
They know my story.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike!
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for the God to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
Say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host the most, Day with Terence, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olaniposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Hey, you're welcome to another wonderful episode of the #1 program for women by the women daily life.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school, and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
For the women, you know, we are, let us talk from our own part of the world. We are a woman, there is so much expectation.
Since on that very lovely and light note, I want to thank you for being with us today. And tune in same time, same station next week on your #1 station, Channel 5 of Abuja. Today is Tuesday, the time is 7:30.
I hope you enjoyed that. It's so important. You've learned from that. I keep saying that learning is a progress. It's a process rather. Learning is a process. We keep learning. We learn every day. Thank you so much for still being there. It is time for us to take a musical break. It is not too early to shake our body. We have to go and shake our bodies. Of course, it's still part of exercising, right? Let's take this musical break. We'll come back and continue the show. Please stay with us.
It's getting cold inside. Double sweater. I am young, ordinary, paranoid. I can picture this life without you, my life. I know fit forget you. Hey Bezina, if I speak English, you cho no walking. I know what punish you. I want to punish you.
Okay, I hope you danced while the music lasted. Welcome back. If you just joined in, this is Good Morning Abuja on NTH Channel 5, where we bring you full package to start off your day. Motivation, exercise, conversation that are very meaningful, and so much more. It is time for us to see what the kids can do. Creativity of children is something we need to encourage as parents, aunties, uncles. Everyone needs to encourage these children. Gone are those days where career days will say, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor. It's not only doctors and lawyers that we should have now. Allow these children to express their creativity. Let's go and see what the kids can do.
My name is Olamposi Justina Oguntayo.
And my name is Itamani Ensa.
Welcome to What Can You Do?
I'm here to present on road paper match, a beautiful floral decoration, and our paper match plate. To get this beautiful road paper bead, I soaked my paper for 2 to 3 days, and after I might have smashed it, then I rolled it into this beautiful shape. Then before it's dried, I pierced a hole through it with a needle through it so that my syringe can be able to pass through it. And after it has dried, I use my syringe to connect them, and there is a beautiful road paper match. In order to make it look more beautiful, I added color to get this beautiful design. Talking about the paper match, the same process goes with the paper plates. I soaked my paper for 2 to 3 days. Then I applied it on the surface of another plate. I added my starch. I add starch so that in order when I'm removing it, it will not fall. Then this is a beautiful floral design. I achieved this floral design with the help of my carton, my spray paint, and a rubber spoon. After I cut the carton into a round shape, then I started to fix my rubber spoon with gum to get this beautiful floral design. I hope, friends, you can also do this. Thank you.
All right, welcome back from that break. You see, this kind of creativity, don't take it for granted. Please nurture them, nurture, encourage them. I remember when I was in the university, one of our friends, he was in the music department. No, he likes music, but the parents made him to do engineering. He just told her, he said, listen, when I'm done, I'll just go and give this certificate to my father, and I'll now face music. Why he was an engineering student, he was going around performing, beautiful, like he was making lots of money because that was what he loved to do. But the parents said, no, you can't do that. We want you to be an engineer. So allow these children to express their creativity. Thank you so much for that. It is time for us to see what the weather is saying. Time for weather forecast. Let's go and see that together. Okay, so welcome back from that weather forecast. We've seen what the weather is saying, right? Well, I saw the first rain in Abuja on Saturday evening. It rained in my area. I don't know about you. Well, it's just to guide us to know what to do, how to prepare our day. But it's time to say my bye. Thank you so much for being part of the show, from the motivation, what the kids can do, the exercise, the conversation about if the youths are participating in politics, is it progress or setback? All right. So I'm sure you've had value for your time this morning. Thank you for being part of the show. Let's catch up again tomorrow, same time on this station, NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station. My name is Uloma Ibe. I am wishing you a lovely St. Valentine. Please buy a good gift for your partner. Please show love. Love is important. Love is available. It's a beautiful thing. Have a beautiful day ahead. Good morning.
اللهم اجعلنا من عتقاء شهر رمضان.
The glorious month of Ramadan is here once again, and your darling program Sahur Live on NTA is back bigger and better. Our team of erudite scholars are ready to provide insightful analysis into the religion, the Nasiha, Din and Dunya, Women Angle, Living with the Glorious Quran, and the ever-exciting quiz segment are reloaded for your viewing delight. Come and maximize your reward in this blessed month by partnering with us on this year's episode of the program. For sponsorship, advert placement, and inquiries, contact the General Manager, NTA Channel 5 Abuja, Old Parade Crown, Ereten Gorki Abuja. You can also contact us on the following telephone numbers: 080-3450-5155, 080-3380-6162, 080-3568-8394. Sahur Live on NTA, your indispensable companion in Ramadan. Don't miss it.
لا إله إلا الله.
Abuja, as always, we talk about the beautiful city that is the Federal Capital Territory.
NTA Nigeria, window na Abuja, ama Abuja capital, ama Abuja Benere, window Abuja Benere.
Window on Abuja, every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Window on Abuja, all about Abuja.